when you're with people who are, potential spouse, all this kind of stuff. This is what I would call a high pressure moment. Like if I'm going for a job interview, I'm meeting a potential spouse, anything to do with these kind of things, I would consider that a high pressure moment. And the truth is that when it comes to pressure, it is like that. Life is like that, where when you have a lot of pressure, you start to act a little bit differently and you behave differently. And this is something, first of all, we need to realize that it's very natural. It's very natural for human beings to feel pressure and then change their behavior slightly. And even this thing is actually a rahmah from Allah. It's a rahmah from Allah. Why? Because can you imagine if you felt pressure and you didn't change things, right? Like imagine, may Allah protect us, you feel the pressure, there's a lion in this room, okay? And I start to feel the pressure of a lion, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna behave differently, yeah? It would be ruining us. And so in a way, this is like a survival thing, that this pressure, it makes us feel like we need to act differently. But sometimes it messes with us, like you said, right? Where you become extremely critical and you become like this and this and this. One of the things we would do for like TV appearances is I would train the people to create rituals for themselves. So what I would do is, if I was going to do a marriage meeting, or if I was going to do something important like this, a job interview or whatever, I would have a ritual for myself. And that ritual would put me in a easier state than I would be without the ritual. Saying even now, alhamdulillah, after all these years, like I don't feel nervous really speaking to people and stuff, but some days I do get nervous. Some days, like if I'm going to go and do a big podcast, for example, I'll be like, man, I'm going to do a podcast. So then I will have a ritual. I'll have a very specific ritual, right? And I'll be like, right, let me do my ritual. So my ritual is, maybe I'm going to get a haircut, maybe I'm going to have a shower, maybe I'm going to read 2 rak'ah, maybe I'm going to read some Quran on the drive there. I'm going to tell my mum to make dua for me. I'm going to do all these things which are going to help me on my journey. It's going to make me feel more comfortable. It's going to make me feel more confident. I'm going to make sure I've done the research and the prep and all these kind of things. So I put everything in line. Okay? So once I've actually done my rituals and I've taken all the action, now what do I need to do? Now that I've tied my camel, I need to put my trust in Allah. So at that point, what I do is I'm going to leave this to Allah now. Okay? And part of trusting Allah is trusting the result. Trusting the result. So meaning, whatever happens is good for me. Why? Because I had good intentions, I had good actions, and I put my trust in Allah. What more is there that I can do? Right? So imagine I'm going to meet this beautiful sister. She's got an amazing family. She's like the girl of my dreams. And like, I'm really nervous. I'm going to go. I'm going to do my rituals. I'm going to get my mom to make dua for me. I'm going to do everything I possibly can. I'm going to prepare. And then I'm going to be like, right, Ya Allah, I'm putting this in your hands. I'm going to go and do my best. Whatever happens, right? So then when I go there, obviously as soon as I get there, there's still that pressure. This is just human nature, right? Spotlight effect. You feel like everyone's looking at you. You feel like it's all on you. And then I'm like, oh my God, like I'm in this mode, right? So your mind starts to go back. And then I'm like, okay, alhamdulillah, Allah will handle it. I'm going to leave this to Allah. Allah will handle it. So every time it comes to my thoughts, I'm like, Allah will handle it. Look at the way you're standing. Alhamdulillah, Allah will handle it. It's fine. It's fine. Allah will handle it. And this is what I'm saying, like that coaching of yourself and trying to get back into that moment. So it's very natural for us to feel pressure. It's a good thing for us to feel pressure. And we're saying one of the things that can really help and relieve this is having good rituals.